Are we live? Hello and a very warm welcome. The 2018 F1 grid has been confirmed officially. Finally, Williams announced their lineup. They've kept us waiting and waiting and waiting, but finally they announced it today. And now I can do the confirmation of the full grid and talk you through the teams. So we'll start with the 4 times Constructors Mercedes. Been winning the Constructors left, right and centre over the last couple of years. We've got Lewis Hamilton, the 4-time world champion, going for his 5th title. And we've got Valtteri Bottas, who seriously needs to up his game. Otherwise, I'd stick Esteban Ocon in the Mercedes for 2019. Bottas has to improve. He can't be spinning under the safety car and winning 3 races when he's in the Mercedes. I probably expect Mercedes to be favourites again. Lewis Hamilton favourite for the title. And we'll go on to who will be their contenders. Ferrari. Sebastian Vettel needs to calm down a bit. If he wants to win a 5th World Championship, he's got to calm down. Too hyped up, too aggressive. Baku, for instance, Singapore, costing him points. And that's why he didn't challenge last year. Yes, Mercedes' reliability was fantastic, but Sebastian, he was too hot-headed at times, and that cost him a lot of points. Kimi Raikkonen, we've said this for the last 3 seasons. Is it going to be his last year? We all expect it to be his last year. Kimi Raikkonen, he didn't win a race last year. I think he's coming to the end. I'd probably stick Charles Leclerc. If Charles Leclerc can do a good season for Sauber, I'd stick him in the Ferrari for 19. But I like Kimi. I love Kimi. Everyone loves Kimi. Everyone loves his demeanour. But it just seems to be dragging on now. Dragging on. I mean, he should have won at Hungary last year. Wasn't allowed past. Got bum-fucked at Monaco by the Ferrari strategy. But can Ferrari really mount a challenge? They mounted a challenge last year, but they need that next level now. Can they take it to Mercedes? They've got to make less mistakes and be better at reliability. On to Red Bull. Now, we all know this driver lineup, one of the strongest pairings on the grid. Max, the Dutchman, and Daniel Ricciardo, the smiling assassin. They've got the strongest pairing. We all know this. Out of all the drivers, this is the strongest pairing. But they must improve reliability. I think 8 retirements Max had last year. If he wants to win a world championship, 8 retirements, you are not winning a world championship. I'm sorry, but that is facts. If you're retiring from 8 races, you are not winning a championship. Needs to be better by Red Bull, reliability-wise. Ricciardo had it in the last 5 races. Can Max? Red Bull have to start the season strongly. It's usually a thing with Red Bull. They become good after... Basically, it's too late. They start slow and get really good at the end. But they've got to start strong in Australia from race 1. Can Max finally go for a title? Because he hasn't really gone for a title yet, so could it be his first title charge? And we'll probably see lots of overtaking by the 2 Red Bull guys. On to Force India, also another really strong lineup. I love Esteban Ocon. As I said previously, I'd have him in the Mercedes, me. I think he's a breath of fresh air. These drivers like Leclerc, Max, Ocon, they're the future of F1. Alonso, Vettel, Hamilton, they're all getting old. You need fresh blood coming through, and we've got that with Ocon, Max, and Leclerc. So, Force India, can they repeat what they did last year? 4th in the Constructors, achieved way above expectation, and can they do it again? Probably not, because we've got McLaren, we've got Renault. I've not got much to say about Force India. Can they do it again? Probably not. They've got a great driver lineup. They need to just race good. Too many crashes last year cost them a lot of points. In the end, it didn't matter because they still got 4th. But Force India's driver lineup, Esteban Ocon, the Frenchman, and Sergio Perez, the Mexican. On to Renault, and now another strong pairing. Carlos Sainz, the Spanishman, and Nico Hülkenberg, pole sitter in the Williams, and a very underrated driver is Hülkenberg, but never got a podium. Le Mans winner also Nico Hülkenberg. Another strong lineup. Sainz. This is why they brought Sainz in. Palmer wasn't scoring points. Hülkenberg had like 27, Palmer had 0. Carlos Sainz will push Hülkenberg and push the team forward. I honestly think Renault could get 5th in the Constructors this year. So that would be an improvement because they got 6th last year. Haas. On to Haas. We've got Romain Weiner, as I like to call him, and Suck My Balls K-Mag. Same lineup as last year. They had a great first season, Haas, but it's just going like down, innit? They need to get to that next level, really. It's not been that good. Rumours has it they want an American driver in the American team, but there's none really about, is there? So coming through, you had Alexander Rossi. He didn't really make it, so yeah, let's see what happens. On to Sauber. Charles Leclerc, F2 champion, finally gets his chance. And as you can see in the excitement of my voice, I'm hugely excited about the ex-Ferrari man. And hopefully he will be in the Ferrari in future when Kimi retires. I'm so excited about Leclerc. Leclerc will beat Marcus Ericsson, who also retained his C. So Sauber's lineup will be Leclerc and Ericsson. The future of the sport is looking bright with Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc will beat Ericsson. I bet every single person watching this video £10. I'm shaking on it now. Leclerc, the Frenchman, will beat the Swedishman. On to Toro Rosso. Toro Rosso were going with a Honda engine, so expect plenty of grid penalties and plenty of coffee for the Toro Rosso mechanics, because they will be changing a lot of gearboxes if it's anything to go by the McLaren regime under Honda. I mean, it's not looking good, is it? They've got an inexperienced lineup in Pierre Gasly and Brendan Hartley, and the Honda engine, it was a disgrace at McLaren. Is it going to be any better at Toro Rosso? I don't think so. And they could be last with Sauber. Sauber will be last probably. And then I honestly predict with the Honda engine, unless there's a major turnaround, Toro Rosso could be fighting Sauber for the last place in the Constructors. On to McLaren. We've got the two-time champion Fernando Alonso and Stoffel Van Dorn as the drivers. McLaren, can they get back to winning ways? Finally, they've ditched the Honda engine and they're going to Renault engine. Renault engine was very unreliable last year. Hopefully they've fixed the reliability, because we don't want Fernando Alonso on the limit for 17th. We want to see him back at the front, fighting with the likes of Max, Vettel, Ricciardo, Hamilton, Bottas. Back where he belongs. A massive season for McLaren. It's absolutely vital they get back. Fighting for race wins, fighting for podiums. A championship, probably too far, but at least they can fight for podiums, get back to winning ways. With the Renault engine, they can definitely win a race. Red Bull last season, Max won a race, Malaysia. He won somewhere else. Where did he win? Mexico, Malaysia and Baku was Red Bull's wins last season. So they can definitely win a race, McLaren. Especially with Fernando Alonso behind the wheel. He's an absolute animal, is Fernando Alonso, when he gets going. And then on to the final team, we've got Williams. Announced their driver lineup 7 hours ago. 22-year-old Russian man, Sergei Sorokin, and Lance Stroll, the Canadian. Inexperienced lineup, simple as that. Could be worse than last year. They got 5th place in the Constructors. I expect them to be worse than that this year. Inexperience. I mean, Sorokin, it's going to take him a while to get used to the car, used to the tracks. He has been in GP2, so he's done some of the tracks. His first win came in 2015 at Silverstone in GP2. Well, let's see. It's a very inexperienced lineup. Like I said before, you've got drivers like Mansell, Prost, Piquet, Senna, Jenson Button, Mark Webber, Ralf Schumacher, Montoya. the Wonder Man Maldonado, and now they've got Lance Stroll and Sirotkin driving for him. Very inexperienced. And I'm going to run you down what I think will be the constructors. A little prediction, what I think. Mercedes will be first, Ferrari second, Red Bull third, McLaren fourth, Renault fifth, Force India sixth, Haas seventh, Williams eighth, ninth Toro Rosso, and 10th Sauber. So there's a little predictions of where I think the constructors, where the teams will finish in 2018. So again, I'll run you down. This is the 2018 grid officially confirmed. No clickbait, no bullshit. This is the drivers. I give you honest opinion, honest videos, honest content. Leave your comments on the teams. What do you think about Williams' driver lineup? What do you think about McLaren going to Renault, Toro Rosso going to Honda? Can Max put up a challenge? Let me know. We'll always reply. I'll pin a random comment. I'm going to start doing that because it's good to interact. So, Mercedes, we've got Lewis Hamilton, Valtteri Bottas. Ferrari, Sebastian Vettel, Kimi Raikkonen. Red Bull, Max, Daniel Ricciardo. Force India, I nearly said Sergio Ocon then. Esteban Ocon, Sergio Perez. Renault, Nico Hulkenberg, Carlos Sainz. Haas, Romain Grosjean, Kevin Magnussen. Sauber, Charles Leclerc, or I like to call him Charlie. Charlie Leclerc, Marcus Ericsson. Toro Rosso, Brendan Hartley, Pierre Gasly. McLaren, Fernando Alonso, Stoffel Van Dorn. And then to end all proceedings, as they announced their driver lineup today, Williams, we got Sergei Sirotkin and Lance Stroll. I hope you enjoyed that video. That is officially the 2018 F1 grid. And lights out March. So we've still got a long wait yet. March the 19th is lights out. So it's a good 2 months. Obviously we've got testing coming. But it's exciting times. We now know the 2018 F1 drivers. Who's going to be champion of the world in 2018? Thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time. Adios.